Hello, loves. I hope you are doing well. Welcome to a new reading. Okay, today I invite you to a general reading. I want to see what the messages have for you, around you in the near future, unexpectedly, what you don't know. Okay. I think this reading will show a lot you don't know. I just have this feeling like there's something here that we're going to uncover. Okay, and here we have the Five of Wands. We will uncover something for sure. Okay. Underneath we have the World, the King of Cups, and the Seven of Coins. We will definitely uncover something. It will be of an emotional nature for sure, but it will bring something to a close, right? Like something that you have completed. It shows its fruits here. I think what is happening here is I think that there is some kind of influential something, like you're under the, I really feel like this has to do with boundaries, right? Like at what point do you say, it's like I feel like there's a conversation that takes place here, and it can be, how do I even say this? It's kind of like it's very unmatched. It's like someone is planning to have a nice conversation with another person, and they show up with like, a forked tongue almost. It's that kind of relationship. I mean, it's that kind of dynamic that is going on here. The Seven of Coins is a card of, it is a card of taking what you've got and pulling it forward. And it's a very grounded card, right? But sevens also have only one way to go. There's the straight and narrow with a seven. So if you don't have boundaries in place, or you're too emotional about things, or you let people undermine you with an emotional tone when it's business, right? Kind of that balancing act there. Like someone can kind of the Five of Wands is a card of overcoming something. And I think that this is just overcoming how you engage with someone that is of a strong, dominant kind of energy, right? I feel like you may have a conversation with someone, or you may have to ask someone for help about how to approach a certain particular person. I think you're overcoming something, but my question is, I feel like you're under the cuff of someone too. I don't feel like it's really, like something needs to end is kind of where I'm going here. There's a boundary that's crossed here with someone, maybe because you're a nice person. They're confusing that with a weak person. So you're going to need to up your boundaries here, I think, in that kind of regard. All right, let's throw some cards. I think you ask someone for advice, maybe someone who has mentoring abilities, or someone that doesn't let their you can be kind but still have boundaries in place. I'm babbling a little bit because I don't really know. I feel like someone is under the boot of somebody else, and it doesn't need to be that way. I think that someone just has a very dominant personality, right? Like maybe that's how they come across, but that's not really who they are, right? All right. Okay. Okay. I have a feeling here like this is one of those readings that is like, I don't take disrespect about this, but it's like you're going to need to find a backbone here, because someone or things in your life are rolling right over you because they're misconstruing a kind person with someone that can just be taken advantage of. So you may need to step up, you know, where you sit with things like that. And I think that you may be getting advice from people around you that are close to you, because we have the Four of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the High Priestess. You're going to need to speak up about something here that's not okay with you, or you're going to need to speak up about something that you need that you're not getting. And I think that that's really what the back of the deck is this. You're going to need to speak up about something that you're not getting. You may be someone who does too much for everyone and you're not doing anything for yourself. It may be something where it's that kind of scenario, right? I don't think they're ill-intended things here. I just think that there's a balancing act here, and you're either going to need some help from someone or someone is going to need some help from you. So we'll look at that. Okay, because the cards we come in with around you is the Judgment and the Knight of Wands, and I will tell you point blank that this combination is strongly saying that you have a voice and you need to use it. You need to find where it is that you use that. If this is in a business scenario, right, you're going to have to find your voice and what your unique way of doing something is, because this is a card here that is telling you that it's time for you to start to live a life that is more in authentic alignment with yourself, right? What are the things that bring you excitement? What do you want to do, right? That kind of thing, to how you say things. Do you speak up? What is your voice? What is your particular thing, right? For some people, their voice is writing. For some people, it's speaking. For some people, it's, you know, drawing or painting or whatever the outlet is for you, that your voice is meant to be heard in this world. The reading is coming in strongly asking you to find the voice here, right? And this can be something that's extremely foreign to you. This could be something that you decide to do that is not the norm for someone else. It could be a completely new way of doing things. And be clear about this, right? Just because no one has done it before doesn't mean that it's not something that should be done. You may have a specific, unique way to do something here. Do it. This is kind of what this is saying. Take the leadership role in your life and run with it, right? This is one of those scenarios where I will tell someone sometimes you just need to hold your own hand, right? And do it. Now, where we come in here, what's coming up in the near future is the Three of Coins and the Strength card. And this is, again, this is a combination where you're going to have to be strong. You are strong. You are, you know, people are attracted to you because of your strength. It's inner strength. It's dialogues. It's how you work with people. They're looking for advice here, or they're looking for a leader, or they're looking for someone that they trust you, and they're looking for you to give support in some kind of regard. There may be something coming up here where there is something that is going to be launched, or something you want to do, or something is going on. There's some kind of alliance here, collaboration going on, where it's a great opportunity, but they need someone to lead them. So this is either someone looking for support from you, or you supporting someone else, right? I think that you have a unique way of doing something here that is influential. You know what I mean? Like, you may not even realize that you have the quality here. Someone is looking for something from you. You may need to give this to them, because it's someone who is very loyal to you. Okay. Unexpectedly here, we've got the Fool and the Three of Cups. So this could be, life is getting lighter and brighter here. I feel like something comes down the pike here, which is new. It's an opportunity here to collaborate with someone or something or on a project. But what it does is it really, you're in a stable, financially secure, emotionally secure. You're in a very secure state. And I think what the universe is really asking you to do is to step into that. People are drawn to you too, by the way. And I don't know if you're even aware of this, but you're like a magnet here. This is like someone who is just, they're so bright and their disposition is so sunny and charismatic that they draw people to them. And I think that someone is looking for something from you here, that they want some kind of advice on something. So someone would most likely approach you this week that needs some advice on how to go about doing something. You may be mentoring someone, or someone asks you to mentor them on something. And this does not need to be in a work kind of relationship. This could be your kid asking you something, right? This could be a neighbor asking you something. This could be a friend of yours asking you something, asking your advice on something. How do you do this? How do you do all of this? Right? How do you do this? And I'm struggling with just trying to do one thing. You give advice to someone here that feels like they don't either have a voice, or you help them get over something, or you show them how to do something, right? Like they're very overwhelmed in something that they're doing in their life, and you help them find the components that draw that into a nice tidy package, right? Is where I'm going with that. And unexpectedly, what could surprise you is that this is the Queen of Coins. She gives you advice on how to get over your self-imposed limitations here. She talks you up the ledge, most likely, on how to get through these fears, right? Like, this is just fear. Sometimes you just have to do it. You just have to go through it, because when you get on the other side of it, that's where the self-esteem comes from. It comes from the stories we have, the lives that we live, the situations that we're in. No matter how funny they will be in hindsight, right? In the beginning, they're terrifying. Haven't done this before. You're either giving or getting advice from someone here that helps, that needs help getting over a hump. Like where they doom themselves, where they sell themselves short, where they don't speak up for themselves, where they don't do the thing, where they let opportunities pass them, right? Some of you, I don't know if you remember this, but there was a reading I did. It was very similar to this, and I remember it because I remember the situation very well. And I said, you don't want to be that person that 20 years from now, you're sitting in a cafe talking about the beautiful scarf that you've got. You know, like, yeah, I got this beautiful scarf. I was in Morocco on like a romantic liaison trip, right? 50 years ago, right? Like that was the last story. You don't want that, you know? You want to, that's what I think is happening here. Like you're trying to find your piece of paradise here, and you're trying to find your voice, right? This is literally someone trying to find their niche in life. Like some people aren't good speakers, some people aren't good writers, some people aren't good painters, some people aren't whatever, but some people are. And that's the nugget you're looking for. You're seeking advice from someone, or you're giving advice to someone on how to do their thing in their unique way. This is someone that you know, or this is a work scenario where these are not new people. It's like collaborations, and someone is looking for advice from you. And that's what I think it is. And I think it's how do I have how do I get the approach? How do I get ahead of this? How do I do the thing? How do I do it all? Right? This is someone, you know, how do I balance life? So there is a conversation this week that sheds some light on something here that gives you a path that gets your life moving in a direction that you're wanting it to go here. I think what you're looking for is some kind of stability in a certain area of your life, and you're just not quite sure how to balance it all. That could be what it is too. So let's check it out here. The Knight of Wands, with this, it could really just be saying too, you need some more excitement in your life. Loves, you need to pull some kind of refresh button in your life here, right? Where do you need some fresh air? Where do you need to open the windows, right? Where do you need some crisp water? Do you need something here that's refreshing in your life? This can be something too where something is just really stale, and I think you're you're needing to get out of that, because this is a collaboration here, right? Where someone is asking you a point blank question, or you're giving advice to somebody here. This is not a screaming Mimi. This is a graceful, strong woman giving advice to maybe somebody. You may be at a speaking event, or someone may really be asking you, or you're teaching your kids something here, a valuable lesson here on how to work in a team environment here, how to give and take, because we came in with that 5 of Wands, and that's a card of give and take, and sometimes we need to step back and look at the bigger picture. It's a balancing act. It's not a running over people, right? And where we're going here is, what you don't know about is that this is a new area of your life. And I really feel like what you're doing is you're breathing in some fresh air into your life, right? Like some zest is cleaning out some stale air in your life. That's what I think is happening here. I don't think this has to do with one particular area for someone. I think the overtone in here is, how do I refresh my life so that I feel alive again, right? Because this is really a conversation of a self-imposed things. I can't do that. I can't wear that. I can't say that. I can't do that. That's not my thing, you know, but it is, because the 9 of Swords here is just, it's a card that just says, I need some courage here. Teach me, O wise one, how to do it in your particular way. Someone gives you advice here, or you're giving someone advice on how to do exactly that, right? And that's what it is. A message comes here. I think this involves something that you want to do. I see money, I see good luck, and I see a letter. So this is some kind of conversation that you have, that you want to do something here, and it fills you. It literally is like your cup is full, and it doesn't necessarily need to be. This is money. This is luck. And this is a message, right? So there will be a conversation this week that frees you up in some regard and changes your life. I feel here someone really is living a life of a much older soul than they need to. They need to breathe something fresh back into their life, and that's what this is. So Lady Luck is shining on you. This will be a lucrative, or it's a something like, say maybe you just don't spend money on yourself. You just don't pamper yourself. You just don't do something. Maybe you want to treat yourself. Get the bag, get the hair done, get the thing, right? Go to the spa, travel to the place, get the shoes, do the thing. Is it furniture? Do you want something? What would make you feel good, right? That's what this is. This is a I want to feel good. I want to feel this. And as I will say, the message that I got a couple of years ago is, the will of the soul, the will of the spirit is to feel alive. You're here to feel alive. All you see and all you touch is all your life will ever be. So do the thing, touch the thing, eat the thing, hug the person, wear the thing. Don't be, people are so afraid of, I want something nice. I want more. I want this. You should have this. There's nothing wrong with these things. We don't need to live like paupers and martyrs, right? I mean, get the thing you want. Save for it if that's the case. But you're trying to get a different life for yourself. So you will get a message on how to do this. Something will cross your path. It doesn't need to be a person. It could be something you see, or a billboard you have, or a conversation you overhear, or it's something that says, yeah, I want that. I do want that. Yeah, I want that, right? It's that kind of thing. All right. Maybe some of you too, right, are stuck under something where someone ripped your heart out a long time ago and you don't want to jump back into the scene. Well, life is a relating game. it doesn't necessarily need to be that, but it needs, you need to get back into life. For some of you, it definitely is that, because that is what this is. It's saying that someone is trying to get your attention here, but you're not looking forward here, because I'm stuck back here where that SOB just ripped my heart out, or I worked my ass off at that job and they just fired me, or we don't want to get stuck under this, because what this will do is it really will be a theft, but it will be a theft of your life. Life is precious. It's beautiful. It's meant to be shared with people. So these are alliances. They're things that, marriage in here is just, it doesn't necessarily need to be a one-on-one, but you need to sign a contract with your life to get back into the land of the living, is kind of what I feel that this is. And you will, because unexpected, you're like, I kind of like this. I like how this feels. I kind of like this new skill I acquired. I kind of like this new haircut. I kind of like, spending money on myself. I kind of like something new. I kind of like not having to refab something and I just go and I get something new. I kind of like that. This is joy and happiness, and your life is coming into a happier and more joy-filled season, is what I've got. All right. Let's see. This is nice. This is nurturing yourself, is what this is. And you know what? You will be in such a good space that you will make other people want to follow. You will be like a magnet pulling in everything in your path. And that's what this is. This is someone truly happy and people loving to be around your presence, right? This is a whole new you. This is you back into enjoying yourself. You're enjoying this. It's not even people around you that are enjoying you. You're enjoying your life. You're enjoying company. You're enjoying engagements, alliances, right? Sometimes it's like, I want someone to do something for me. I'm being okay with that, right? Okay. I feel here there's been some inconsistencies in your life for a very long time, right? And I think that it's changing. I think now it's like, I want someone to do something for me, or I want something for myself. I always do for everyone, and now I just want something for myself. That can be the 5 of Wands too that came in at the beginning. It's like, I put so much in here and I get crap in return. This is like, I listen to all my friends, but then when I have a problem, where the hell is everybody? It's that kind of thing, right? It's 5s are the cracks. They wake us up to where things could go, where the tower moment could come in, where we look around and we're like, I don't have one real friend, but I've got like 5,000 on Facebook. It could be something like that. I want to see I think the Queen of Swords or the Queen of Coins here with this, I think some clarity comes here for sure, right? Either this doesn't need to be from an actual person. It could be something comes across in a dream, or you get an aha moment, or you see something that says, wow, and it hits you like a brick. And that's what it is. Why did I do this to myself, right? This can be something too where it hits you square between the eyes as to why I behave like this. Like, why do I allow this kind of stuff? And I never knew under the surface that that's what the thing was. And at first it's like, but afterwards you're like, it frees you because now you're awake and now you realize this, right? Not awake, but now you're aware of it. Yep. You're literally freeing yourself. And this is what I said. We've got the intelligence card, which is, again, I realize this now. I get this, right? And it can be the friends card, and it can also be the servants card, which is, again, it's a card of always doing for other people. It has to do with your job too. So this could be a change in your job. I don't want to keep doing all of this where I get home and the people that I truly love, I've got like 5% left of myself. And I'm on a hairpin trigger with everything. You change your life here in a significant way. And that's what I think. I think your friendship circles change. I think your boundaries change. And I think that you're aware of these things now. Like, Like, this is a part of my life where I want to change these things. I want to get an oracle card. That's what I think is happening here. I do think, though, that you're aware of this. None of what I'm saying to you is really going to shock you. So even, I think where you might be a little surprised is like you literally wake up one day within like the next week, literally, and you're like, I feel good. I feel healthy. Like, my body doesn't ache. Like, I actually think I slept, you know? And that's the like, it's like those movies where you switch with someone and you're like, who is this person? But it's in a good way here. Okay. This is exactly what I'm saying here. Like, this is like, this could be like some kind of karmic contracts are cycles sometimes too, right? But I think here what you're doing is you're coming out of this, because this is like not okay anymore. Like, I'm attached to these old things. Like, why do I do this? You know, they're patterns that become habits, that become second nature, right? And when we break the patterns, we break the contracts, this is what happens. And that's all that a contract is. It's like, I'm getting a better plan on how to do something, and I'm breaking this cycle. And that's what you're doing. You're freeing yourself. This is kind of like the devil card, where you've got to just break free from something here. It's like contradictions within yourself, and you're going to not do that anymore. You're going to balance your life in a more constructive, healthy, happy, joy-filled way. Right? It doesn't mean every day is going to be rosy, but when you've got joy in your heart, even on the days that aren't so lovely, you're still grateful. You're not pulled down the lily bath, right? And that's what I've got, loves. I hope that I helped you in some way. The reading is over. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. I greatly appreciate you. I hope that this helped you in some way here. I think creative ideas are going to start flowing here. I think relationships are going to come in for you. I think new relationships are going to have life back into them, all those kind of things. I think you're going to find your voice. You're going to find your thing. You're going to find what brings you joy and happiness. You're going to literally wake up and feel better. So don't think that you have to do all these things. The universe is aligning with you here. When this card comes in, especially with this card, and you don't see it, this is like like the switch gets flipped. Like, you literally can wake up one day and have all of the crap that has been compiled for a year, like, literally just dissipate. Like, you feel like a totally different person. Like, you have consistent energy. You have consistent joy. You're able to have a conversation. You're able to have clear thoughts, right? Like, you notice, like, maybe some losing weight has been a real issue for you, or maybe gaining weight has been a real issue for you. And now you notice that your body starts to come in alignment here. We don't realize that this will really paralyze this, right? So you're getting a handle on here, because we don't have any sword cards in here. These are very grounding cards. We have the 9 of Swords on the outbound, but those are self-imposed things that you're getting out from under. You're grounding those with coin cards. So I'm not at all worried about that. That is, I know what I'm thinking and I know where I'm going. And for the love of God, I actually feel good. You know, I actually want something. The things don't creep in the back when you see something really pretty in a window and you're thinking, I shouldn't do that. For this period here, in this next week, do the opposite. I mean, I'm not telling you to push outside of your financial means, but I'm saying the little things that light you on fire. Treat yourself to these things this week. I think here too, relationships could take a totally different direction here. I think things that were alliances and businesses could become higher, like you get a raise or you get recognition, or someone's been watching you for a while, but just, you know, you got lost in the paperwork and now you're like front and center because I don't know why, because you just are, right? And this is like the universe saying, everybody is drawn to me this week. Like, everyone has a compliment. I wear this 100 times. No one ever compliments me. Today, 50 people complimented me. It's like this. You're getting help here. You're getting alignment here. And that's what I see is happening here. I hope that I helped you in some way. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. I greatly appreciate you. I am immensely humbled. Thank you.